Hello 7th and 8th grade bass players. This is Skill Builder 9 and today we are looking at A Day at Disneyland. This is the piece we're playing with 6th through 12th grade string players combined at the end of the year. Super excited to do this, and as you're looking through this music you might notice that there's a lot of new things that we've never done before. It does look a little bit more challenging than what we do in class, and that's okay. We are going to work our way slowly through this and do it in small pieces so that it is not overwhelming. So today we are just going to look at measures 1 through 37. The first two things you should always look at as you're playing a new piece of music are the key signature and the time signature. So I'm looking at my key signature and I see 1 sharp. As 7th and 8th graders, hopefully you know that when there's only 1 sharp, that means it is an F sharp. And that should also trigger something in your brain to tell you that your C's, which is a note that we commonly play as sharp, are going to be natural. And so anytime you see C's in this in this section actually, because the key signature does change throughout, but anytime you see C's in this section, they are going to be C naturals unless they have an accidental next to them. My time signature is 6/8. This is something we've been working on in the last 2 skill builders and in class the last 2 weeks because it's new for all of us. And so just as a reminder, 6/8 means we have 6/8 notes in every measure, and we're going to see that as we work our way through this part of the music. Again, the time signature does change throughout as well. So we'll take this slow from the beginning here. You'll see that just looking at the top line, your first measure is rest. You're going to rest for 6/8 notes. This actually goes very quickly, so it's not that much of a rest, but if we were going a slow tempo, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then at measure 2, you come in with 3/8 notes, 1, 2, 3. This is on open D. And then you have a really long note. You have a dotted quarter note tied to a dotted half note. That's 3 plus 6 beats, so 9 beats in total. Again, when you go fast, it's not really going to feel that long, but when we're going a little bit slower, it will count to, we'll have 9 beats total. I'll say 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the rest of the top line, you just have dotted quarter notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty straightforward there. One thing I'll point out is that in measure 4 for that B flat, they actually have marked it incorrectly. Sometimes companies will just, publishing companies will just copy and paste the cello and bass parts because the notes are the same, but in this case, the fingering is different, and so a B flat for you is not a low one. A B flat for you is 2 fingers on the G string, so just know that that is an incorrect fingering. Okay, so let's play the top line. I'll count to 6, and then we will also rest for 6 beats, not 6 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's that 2 on G. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Once you get the notes down, then you can do it a little bit faster. Let's try it just a bit faster, but not anywhere close to the full tempo yet because it's still new. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, ready, here we go. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Nice job. Okay, then we're moving on to measure 9, and you can see there's more of these dotted quarter notes, these 3-beat notes, so you really get into the groove of playing these notes. Most of them are very simple. You have 2 open G's, 2 E's, 1 finger on the D string, 2 open A's. Then we have a D followed by 3/8 notes in a slur. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be pretty easy. It's like a D major scale. Then at 13, some of the notes start to get funky. You have open G, F natural, 2 fingers on the D string, E, 1 finger, E flat, low 1, and then the rest is simple. So let's play from measure 9. There is a first and second ending at measures 16 and 17. I'm just going to do the first ending right now, and we'll stop and move on to the next part. Okay, so here's measure 9. 1, 2, 3, ready, here we go. Again, hopefully that wasn't too bad. It's a lot of notes that we have played before, just in that dotted quarter note rhythm, so you're holding it for what feels like 3 beats, 3/8 notes. Then in the second ending, you actually do get the melody here. Cellos and basses have the melody together. Look at the last 2 notes of the second ending of measure 17. It's 2 open Gs. You have a quarter note and an 1/8 note. They are connected. They look just like that hooked bowing that we did in class last week, with one exception. There isn't a dot over the 8th note. Just pretend there is a dot. This is another way of writing hooked bowing, but it's the same thing as what we learned in class. And so you'll do 2 up bows and then down. And then keep going, the same kind of thing. And then we have a lot of hooked bowing. So the most challenging part of that section is the pickup to 22 and then 22 and 23. You have all of that hooked bowing, and it's that uneven. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. When you are counting at measure 21, it's important that you know how to come in on that pickup. It's a really quick little pickup. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bum, bum. So right in on beat 6. Let me start from the pickup to 18. You can play it with me. We are going to go all the way up to the end of measure 25, so we'll stop at 26 here. So ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, awesome. Then 26 should look exactly like measure 9. When it changes is at 32, and at 32, it's not difficult, it's just different. You rest for 1, 2, 3, and then play 4, 5, 6 as an up bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rest 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just open D, but you want to play on the first beat. Trust me, when you hear it with everybody, you will want to play on the first beat, but don't. Cellos and bass kind of have an echo there. They don't play on beat 1. And we'll go back and play 26 in a minute, but you'll see at 36, because I said we were going to 37, at 36, the time signature changes to 4/4, so we're out of 6/8, and it actually does slow down. It says writ underneath, so we're going to slow down a little bit, but you don't have to do anything. You have 2 measures of rest. That particular section, those 2 measures, are first violins, second violins, and violas only, so no cello bass. So you don't have to worry about measures 36 and 37. Other than to make sure you rest. Don't go right into 38. So here's 26. This should be basically a repeat of what we've already learned with that new part at 32. All right, so 1, 2, 3, ready, here we go. Natural, E flat, rest 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 measures of rest in 4/4. Awesome. All right. So now we should be able to put the whole thing together. I'm going to play it 2 times. The first time I'll do it slow, the tempo I just went, and the second time I'll go a little bit faster so you can hear what the goal tempo is, or at least close to it. I probably won't go the full tempo quite yet. That can come later, okay? So here I go from the beginning where you come in. We'll just start right at measure 2. Just make sure when we play it all together, you wait for that first measure of rest. So 1, 2, 3, ready, here we go. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 9. Take the repeat, we're going first ending. 5. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, awesome. If you're not feeling comfortable doing it at that tempo, this is a good time to pause. Go through, look at the things that are tripping you up. I'm sure there's things like at 32, I bet you can easily play that, but there's probably some other things like at 22 that are going to be a little bit of a challenge. So take some time, use your practice strategies to work through those sections, then come back, play it with the slow version, and then once you have that down, I'm about to play it fast, so then you can try it with the fast version. So let's go about this tempo. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and here you go. 6. Here's 9. Back to 9. Here's the second ending with your melody. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, nice work on this. Take some time, make sure you know it well. We will move on to the next section in the next lesson, in the next skill builder video. But have a great week. I'll see you guys in class.